Yo, what's good, YouTube? Y'all know the name. It's Drew Will. We back with another video, man. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We got another video from Sinister City. Wife realizes her husband is a suspected mass killer.
Hello. I know you know what's going on and why you were here.
The vid's
Okay.
the vid's low-key on the shorter side. It's only 15 minutes, so I assume they're gonna get right to the point.
I know you were talking on the phone with your husband right now. We're investigating a murder. Okay?
This is Ermelinda Palomo, a 50-year-old woman. She's about to realize that in less than 24 hours, her fiancé has become involved in a brutal and complex murder case. On September 17th, the Romeoville police in Illinois received two separate calls. The first was from Rihanna, who reported that she had been trying to contact her sister, Zoraida Bartolome, but hadn't heard back from her or her husband, Alberto Roland. A short while later, Zoraida's mother called the police with a similar concern.
I'm calling for my daughter, Zoraida Bartolome. She lives on Concord Avenue, Romeoville, Illinois. And we haven't heard from her or her husband or her children during the whole day. No answering the phone. If somebody can go by the house and check them, because the husband, they called from his work that he didn't show up to work. And he never...
moms.
You know, he's always at work.
A short while later, the police...
Literally one day, moms for the welfare check.
Arrived.
I've seen cases where they wait days or, you know, like they don't send something's wrong for, you know, too long, but good mom.
At the couple's home on the 500 block of Concord Avenue.
Prayers up, stay prayed up, all glory to God.
To conduct a welfare check. No one answered the door and there were no signs.
Jesus Christ is my God, by the way.
Of movement inside the house.
Hey, I got a TV knocked over and a coffee table knocked over.
Alright, nothing in this room.
I'm saying the lights are off. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
And no, there's lights on in the back room. You can see it through that second.
Go in the backyard real quick.
When the officers entered the backyard and decided to go in through the porch, they found something they weren't prepared for.
Yeah. This one's open. Oh God.
I need more units here. Hold this.
Yep.
You with me. You guys hold the front, okay? From a position of cover, please. I don't know if anybody's in there or not.
You got another door right here.
Corey, come up here, cover this door. This window.
Got it.
Fuck, this lights is dead. God damn it. Doors open. Alright. Romeo, please, anybody here? Move up, move up.
Go.
Romeo, please, anybody here?
Body. All right.
Inside, police discovered a horrifying scene. The bodies of an entire family.
Damn.
Alberto Roland, 38. Zoraida Bartolome, 32, and their two young sons.
Rest in peace, bro.
9-year-old Adriel and 7-year-old Diego had
Condolences to their friends and family. No cap. What the hell?
all been shot to death with a 9mm gun. Even the family dogs had been killed.
What?
They kept to themselves.
Damn.
They maintained their yard. I never saw the kids out front. I only heard them in the back.
Fuck?
The police investigation began immediately. This couple had no...
Yeah, this is one of the different ones. They got strict. We're 3 minutes in, and this is already gonna tell us one of the craziest videos.
No criminal history, no financial or work-related issues, and had just bought this home in April of the same year to start a new life. Zoraida worked for an engineering company in Glendale Heights, while her husband was employed at a local liquor distribution company.
Investigation leads police to believe this happened between 9 p.m. on Saturday and 5 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Investigators found shell casings from a 9mm pistol, overturned furniture, and abandoned spray-painted profanity, an attempt to stage the crime as random. Alberto, awake during the attack, was shot in the hallway while trying to reach his family. The intruder gunned him down before killing Zoraida and their sons as they slept. With no murder weapon in the house,
I'm not gonna lie, there had to have been like for the whole family, I don't think it was no, like, robbery, bro. It had to been, like, a motive behind this shit.
It was clear this was a targeted attack.
Mind you, in the beginning of the video, they were looking at the husband of the 50-year-old woman. So, maybe an affair on both sides? We gonna see.
Not a murder-suicide.
And Romeoville police still very tight-lipped about a possible motive for the violence.
Detectives questioned Zoraida's co-workers and uncovered a crucial lead. She had been receiving threatening messages for weeks, warning that her life and her family were in danger.
Bro, that's when you gotta, like, come on now, call the police, something, like, come on.
They also learned that Zoraida had been secretly involved with a co-worker.
Oh! I was, nigga, can't say I ain't just predict that shit, nigga. Come on. What? He looks like a fucking cuck. Come on, bro.
Nathaniel Huey Jr., 32.
Say, oh, I was about to say he a cop? Nah, bro, just carried you.
For nearly 4 months. Her husband, Alberto, was aware, but had agreed to stay for the sake of their children.
Wow. Wow.
The threat started shortly after Zoraida began seeing Nathaniel, escalating over time as she ignored them. The messages warned that she, her children, and Nathaniel were in serious danger.
Why would he... Why,
A week before the murders, Alberto also started receiving similar threats.
Bro. Like, imagine your woman that you've had kids with, you started a whole new life with, gets in an affair, right? You choose to stay. And then the man is texting you like this. And you don't think to have no reciprocation, no response to this shit, bro. Like, that is crazy. Let me read this for y'all.
Warners. Alberto also started receiving similar threats.
This will be the last I say this, Alberto. My fault. This will be the last I say this, Alberto. This stupid girl will be the reason you have no children. With the period. What the hell?
So, what can you tell us?
With mounting evidence, Nathaniel Huey Jr. became the prime suspect, the man behind the threats and the brutal...
Come on now. Like, no, why would you do this shit knowing that you've texted them and threatened them both multiple times? You've threatened the children, all of them, the whole house, and then they all just end up dead. Come on, bro. Fucking retard.
Murders. Detectives quickly tracked him down at his workplace and brought him in for questioning.
Are you married?
Yeah, but not paper. Yes, but like we're not didn't go to court. They're like, official.
So like church married, but not paper married? I gotta ask, did you have anything to do with this?
No.
Okay. I have to ask, and you know that your number is going to be in her phone, and we're going to find your text messages, and we're going to find that stuff, and I want to get a surprise later on that you guys are fighting or that there was something going on between you two.
Oh, there's definitely something going on.
I don't know about,
He literally just, like, come on. He's going to openly say that there's nothing, but, bro, we've already seen the text, so we know that there's something. But, like, come on.
Nothing like that.
Nobody was threatening anybody. We weren't fighting. Really, she was like fucking angel. You know what I'm saying? It was sweet girl.
I don't know. I mean, did she ever tell you, like, I'm worried, I'm scared of my husband, or I'm worried, I'm scared of a neighbor?
He didn't seem like threatening. The reason like we were like really like taking everything like really slow is because like he just seemed like he was a pretty nice, easygoing guy, but like just kind of one of those things of like she's not happy.
When you say you guys were gonna like move forward, so were you guys like actively looking to try to get a place together or something?
Yeah, but like it was slow, just kind of like it's only a couple of months kind of thing. So
yeah,
Nathaniel and Zoraida's relationship.
So he was clearly obsessive. Okay, clearly obsessive.
Had grown intense. According to witnesses, they saw each other as soulmates. Investigators also found love notes written by Zoraida in Nathaniel's workspace.
What? Mind you, a whole husband at home. Kids.
Further confirming their deep connection.
Like I said, nothing against my wife, man, but like just a different connection with someone. Yeah. You know, I just felt
Why get married and cheat? Like, that's the dumbest shit ever to me, bro. Like, that shit makes no sense.
Detectives knew there was more to Nathaniel's story, and they were certain he knew something crucial. The day before the incident, Nathaniel left work earlier than usual and didn't return after the incident. Nathaniel's stepdaughter described him as paranoid, saying this behavior had only intensified in the weeks leading up to the murders. He often claimed that specific people or organizations were following him and even went as far as protecting his digital devices from being monitored. Another suspicious detail was Nathaniel's business, and he owned a registered security services company that gave him access to various security equipment. Later that afternoon, on September 18th, after speaking with Nathaniel, the police headed to the Opon house.
So I think they said he was 32 and his fiance is 50. Maybe he wanted something younger. I don't know. That's an 18-year difference.
They planned to speak separately with his fiance to see if they could find any more leads.
I know you know what's going on and why you were here. I know you were talking on the phone with your husband right now. We're investigating a murder. We have in our possession some phones, okay? And in those...
Yo, she immediately got scared, bro. This is a good woman.
We have in our possession some phones, okay?
Immediately
and
worried. Like,
in those phones, we're doing what it's called a phone dump. We can retrieve those messages.
Okay.
We have retrieved those messages, all right? We've read them. They're pretty clear that somebody's pretty upset at the victim, okay? Is there any way that these text messages are going to come back to you? Or your name or your phone or anything associated with that? Okay. Why are you scared of him?
Oh, I'm not scared. Why?
Okay. Why are you scared right now?
Because when I called him, because I was scared, I didn't know where he was.
Okay.
He said, someone's following me.
Okay.
So I called and I called. And then I heard him say, why are you following me? Do you want to search the car? And then someone said to him, there are messages from you, and it's because her husband found out you were having an affair. And I didn't know that.
You didn't know what?
That he was having an affair.
Okay.
When did you find that out? Right now?
Just right now.
Okay. When's the last time that he had an affair? Because I know this is not the first time.
No, it's not.
Damn. So this is a common occurrence for bro.
When's the last time you knew he had an affair?
Probably a common occurrence for old girl too. Is just this wife and the other husband. They just got the bad end of the stick, bro. Not gonna lie. There's not a good end of the stick, but you know.
2015?
2015 to maybe 17.
What about a man by the name of Alberto Rolón?
Have I ever heard of a man?
Yeah.
No.
So when we asked your husband if he knew this person, Zoraida, he said, I've never heard that name. Why would he be lying to us?
I don't know. I don't know.
Should I believe him?
I don't know.
What I would like to ask you is, on either Friday or Saturday night, did he go out with his friends?
No.
Did he work?
Friday night? No, he was with me.
Saturday night?
No.
Ermelinda claims that Nathaniel was at home on Friday and Saturday night and couldn't have left the house. She says her daughters are witnesses to this and can confirm it.
Like what we're asking for is consent to get the text messages off your phone between you and her, to Snapchat or whatever it is between you, so we have both sides of it. Trying to eliminate you as a suspect, but...
It's on the computer, or you can get it on the computer.
No, we have to take the phone, we plug it in, we take it out, and we give your phone back.
Oh, I don't have anything in there.
The most important evidence the police currently have are...
Bro's visually scared, like, come on.
...the text messages. These could provide crucial information once the sender and the full story are revealed. The police asked Nathaniel for permission to search his phone and to collect a DNA sample.
How about this? How about I come see you guys later today after work or something like that? Because I got fucking other shit in there that I don't necessarily want you to be like looking at. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Just,
but again,
I promise you, I don't care what you look at.
No, it's not like fucking like freak shit.
When questioned by police about the threatening messages to Zoraida and Alberto, Nathaniel claimed he had no knowledge.
Nigga, you think they care about some sex tapes, bruh? Don't give a fuck about no damn sex tapes, boy. Nigga know he got threats in that phone.
Knowledge of them, and there was no evidence linking him to the messages.
Like
I don't
he know that.
Disrespect, I promise you that. I'm just saying, like, I think it's just better if, at this point, not speak to a lawyer. This is insane.
It's crazy. Yeah, I get you. No, I get you.
However, he had another story to tell. He explained that he too had been receiving similar threatening messages for a long time from unknown individuals who were constantly following and threatening him. Nathaniel claimed the messages were from a Bulgarian mafia group who allegedly monitored his every move, even his phone, and knew every detail of his life. As the investigation continued and messages on his phone were examined, to the surprise of the detectives, everything Nathaniel said seemed to be true. This became the most puzzling moment of the case for the detectives. Was there truly a dangerous gang behind all of this? Or had Nathaniel cleverly fabricated the evidence to cover his tracks and avoid getting caught?
Identifying her as 50-year-old Irma Linda Palomo. Palomo, who was named as a person of interest, together with her fiancé, the suspect, traveling down to Oklahoma just days before 4 bodies were found in a Romeoville home.
Security footage revealed a shocking detail. Both Nathaniel and Irma Linda had stopped outside the victim's home.
She's an accomplice?
Nathaniel exited the car briefly before getting back in, this time in the passenger seat.
Wow, he ain't do it by himself.
Irma Linda had been driving the entire time. The next day, Nathaniel and Irma Linda fled the city without notifying the police.
Oh my gosh.
Before leaving, Irma Linda sent a message to her family confessing that she was terrified of Nathaniel but felt she had no choice but to go with him.
Nigga. She was involved the whole time?
She pleaded with them to take care of her children. Alarmed by her message, her family quickly reported her as a missing and endangered person. Soon, their photos and the news of their disappearance spread across the media. On September 20th, nearly 600 miles from home, police tracked Nathaniel's SUV using his phone and a license plate reader. They were spotted at a Walmart in Catoosa, Oklahoma, casually shopping for toiletries and leaving the store with smiles.
Come on.
Local authorities were alerted immediately and rushed to the scene. When officers attempted to stop Nathaniel's SUV, he and Irma Linda quickly got in and fled. A high-speed chase ensued, ending when their vehicle crashed into another car and then a concrete median.
Dumbass.
The SUV caught fire, and gunshots rang out. Irma Linda, wounded, managed to crawl out of the passenger seat and was rushed to the hospital. Inside the car, police found Nathaniel dead. He had shot
No fucking way.
himself. Despite being taken to the hospital alive,
Wow. Bro took the easy way out.
Linda, wounded, managed to crawl out of the passenger seat and was rushed to the hospital. Inside the car, police found Nathaniel dead. He had shot himself. Despite being taken to the hospital alive, Irma Linda
So justice can't even be served.
didn't survive.
Looks to be an apparent murder-suicide. Armed and dangerous murder suspect.
For a year after the incident, police continued their investigation, determined to uncover the truth behind the threatening messages and the supposed gang controlling Nathaniel. In 2024, they finally found their answer. The mastermind behind it all, the messages, the fake personas, the paranoia, was none other than Irma Linda.
What? What? No way, bro.
Since 2021, she had been creating fake online accounts, posing as hackers, hitmen, and gang members, all feeding Nathaniel a carefully crafted illusion. She manipulated him into believing he was under constant surveillance and had no choice but to obey. She even installed tracking apps on his phone to reinforce the lie, occasionally using Bulgarian words and dark web references to make it seem real.
What the fuck? Had me fooled in a motherfucker.
In the week leading up to the murder, she sent multiple threats to Zoraida and Alberto, hoping to scare them away. But when that failed, she convinced Nathaniel that Zoraida was a mole and would kill him first if he didn't act.
That's crazy.
One of her fake...
So bro was literally like backed into a corner, like coerced. Like, damn.
Counts, she helped Nathaniel plan the murder, guiding him on avoiding cameras and staging the crime as a robbery. Nathaniel thought he was taking orders from a dangerous cartel. He never realized that the entire time he was only talking to Ermelinda.
That's nuts, bro. Wow.
And in the end, police believe he died never knowing the truth.
There are messages from you, and it's because her husband found out you were having an affair.
So she was 50 years old and fucking crazy. Wow. Definitely a crazy video, bro. It's your boy Drew Woo. Stay prayed up. Stay safe. Love y'all. Peace.